nearly 10 miles. And
Wow.
you'll be over there, I believe. The Vale of Health is up. Where's the Vale of Health? Up there?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
Yeah. Hopefully use some of these
Come and say hello to
sardines.
you.
Just had a little walk over to the fishmongers. Nice jolly fella this morning. Knew I was going fishing straight away, whether it's the jacket or that I was only getting 5 sardines and 1 mackerel. But yeah, gonna head off over there now, see if we can catch a few winter pike. Minimal kit. Got my little pike bag and my mat. My baits I've just got from the fishmongers. My tool, wrap, my net, and another little tackle bag. Yeah, that's everything you need. Nice and light. Couple of pike rods, and yeah, no need to carry loads of kit. They're only small pike in here as well, so a nice compact little mat's good enough. If I was fishing for anything substantial, I'd be taking like a cradle type mat. Well, I just set the rods up, just come over my local park. I'm fishing a nice, simple sliding float setup today. A Drennan pike bobber float with a little olivette there. Just sliding down to a 24-pound trace. I've just tied my own trace nice and quickly here. A nice long trace. I like to go longer than normal, just so the trace and the bait's out of the way of your main braid. A couple of small size 6 trebles, semi-barbed. The barbed one will go in the bait. I've got some little sardines that I bought earlier from the fishmongers and a mackerel. So yeah, I'm just going to fish a couple little roving rods. I've got some sea baits this morning fresh and a few roach. And on the other rod I've actually got a little camera, so that'd be interesting. See if we can get any bites on camera or inquiries. And yeah, some Esox piker rods as well, and nice strong 40-pound piker braid. I like to fish strong braid as well. When you're fishing for pike, last thing you want to be doing is using light mono or anything that can be harmful if you break off, because you don't want to be losing tackle in pike. That's very important. So yeah, nice simple setup, and yeah, nice and practical. So I'm going to get a little sardine on and give it a little cast out. I put the first treble just in the peck there. This trace is a little bit longer than normal, so I just have a little bit of slack. Just put the other one in the root of the tail. Nice and simple. I've just flicked that sardine out, just on the edge of some dying lily pads. A nice little ambush area where maybe some pike would lie up and lie in wait to ambush some prey. I've caught plenty of fish from here before, but there's a few little spots around this lake. I'm going to fish one there and one just on a drop off into some deeper water with a little roach. Going to put that one on the camera, and if nothing happens I'll move swim in maybe a couple of hours. So gonna fish this very, very loose, although I'm not going to be far from the rods. When pike fishing, I don't like to be too far away from the rods, and any indication I get, I'll hurry down and I'll lift into the fish. So let's do that now, nice and loose. Some tackle I like to use. Always essential as well when you're pike fishing that you got your tools. Some wire cutters, some long forceps, some pliers. Got some wire cutters here too. A a real essential so you don't get in no bother and no trouble when you're out on the bank pike fishing. I've just moved about 50 yards down the bank to a little bay area. I'll spin the camera around in a second, show you. Just with one rod, it's quite small here, and giving it an hour here. It's a very small pond, this. There's only like 3 swims. One of them is occupied on the far side. That's actually where I really wanted to go because it's a lot deeper water over there. But I've tried to my left. Nothing's happened in the last hour and a half, so I've just moved to my right here to give it a go here. Water's nice and clear. It's very cold though. It's yeah, it's been sort of like -1, -2 over the last few nights. So yes, it's one of them. If there's fish about, they might be lying up a little bit more dormant than they probably have been in the recent few weeks. So yeah, gonna give it a go here. Got a sardine on. I haven't changed over to the mackerel yet because I don't really see the need to. If I do bring the other rod and put it out, I might change my bait. But sardines sort of always been a great go-to bait on this pond. Like I say, I haven't been here for many years pike fishing, and who knows what's in here. There used to be plenty, but obviously times change. But fingers crossed, I'm sure there's probably still a few about. The bait's out there, it's looking good, and I'm hopeful. Alright, little pike. Let's get that net.
It looks like a bigger pike, don't it? Look, it's got the mark all up his back.
There we go. He's only small, but it's a fish. There you go. A little cucumber. Still a pike though, so on this cold winter's day, it's a good result. Looks like he's been attacked by jaws, so let's get him back and see if we can catch the megalodon that's had a go at him. Poor little fella. I just want to add as well, to fish over here, it's literally only £11 for the season. I mean, I used to fish here a long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, when I really started my my angling, and back then it was free, and now it's £11 something. I got my permit online, and between this pond and 4 or 5 others you can fish, there's loads of good fishing. Plenty of pike fishing, plenty of carp fishing. I mean, this is my first trip for many years, and today has been a struggle. I've only caught 1 small pike so far. With an hour or so to go, you never know, there might be another chance of another one. This pond used to be really prolific, but yeah, I mean, you don't get fishing like that cheap anywhere else really. It's hard to find really cheap, if free fishing at all, in this day and age. So that's something that I will add. It's nice not to have a day's angling that cost you an absolute fortune.